Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Well That Effin' Figures. We got a special guest in the house today. We'll bring him in a minute. Joe, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you? It's a
I'm
beautiful
good.
day.
It's been a good week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cold here. It was cold. I woke up last night freezing. I had to turn the heat on. It was that cold.
Well, I had the windows open, man. It was a nice breeze coming in. It's been unusually warm around this area.
Well,
So,
we had like a 70 some degree day the other day, and bam, the next morning it was like 30.
yeah. I think we're going to get hit next week a little bit cooler, but back to normal where it should be, I think.
I think we're on now. Now it's we got winter weather now.
We're not there yet, and I hope it takes its time because I hate it.
I don't mind. I honestly don't mind winter like here in Wisconsin. You can always put clothes on. Like our summers, I hate the humidity. It's always like sticky and wet. Like
Yeah,
I mean, you walk outside for 5 minutes and you feel like you got to go take a shower already. I can't
yeah.
do that. Like
Yeah, I always say you can always put more clothes on, but you can only take so many off before you get
yep,
arrested.
yeah,
So,
exactly, yeah, exactly. And I love snowboarding and snowmobiling, so
so that fits perfect for you.
yeah.
Yes.
I mean, everybody hates shoveling, but honestly, in the last 5 years, I haven't had to do much shoveling because there hasn't been much snow.
Yeah, me either. And I got a guy in my lane that just comes by and he has a bobcat and he just swipes everything up and gets out of here. And I don't have to do shit. It's a beautiful thing. I buy him a bottle of vodka and he's on his way.
Oh,
So
I'm sure
it's
that's
a nice day.
So we got a special guest today, don't we?
Yes, we do. This man has been very influential to us and very good to us. And he has started a nice little revolution actually on the mental health overgrown third graders page. So without any further ado, Colin, who is this guest?
You want to bring him in?
Might as well.
Nah, we won't bring. Nah, we'll bring him in.
Let's make him wait. Nah, that bring him in.
B3 Collects.
What up, gentlemen?
Welcome, brother. How you doing?
Good. It's early and it's freaking cold.
Yeah, thanks for getting up. Not that you sleep much, but thanks for getting up and hanging with us at
You got
6
your
o'clock in the morning.
space heater going?
Well, you know how you two doing?
Pretty
Good.
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 I see your beautiful faces, gentlemen.
Yeah,
Anything,
you try. You try.
anything good to happen this week?
Anything good? Let's see. No,
I heard one thing good, but tease us on it. What did you find last night?
I did find and picked up a Chase AEW figure, John Moxley.
Nice.
So that's my only win this week, besides
That's a good win.
all the other stuff I've seen.
Yeah, it's been a good week. I've had a good week.
Yeah, I got some stuff on pre-order that shipped. I'm going today to Second Chance Toys in Pasadena, Maryland, and then tomorrow the MonsterCon, and that's why we're doing this today. So thanks for being flexible, both of you. So
you saw the big movie of the year this week, eh?
I did see the big movie of the year this week. I did.
yeah, nice.
I'm not gonna lie. I was like reading a bunch of stuff yesterday. I've been hearing people go both ways on it.
Yeah, it doesn't really surprise me. There's a lot of haters and there's a lot of fanboys. I'm not either, but the movie was really good. I mean, it is long. If they would have probably cut 10 minutes, 15 minutes of it, it would have been probably wouldn't have felt so long.
Yeah,
But yeah, the movie, I really enjoyed it.
I was thinking about
yeah. I just watched. Go ahead.
today.
Good.
I was just saying I was thinking about going to see it today. But I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till it comes. I guess I might wait till it comes on in January or whatever. I saw part one last night. I wish I didn't wait so long because it was really good. I did enjoy it.
Oh, you actually
So,
watched
yeah.
part one finally?
Yeah. I had some free time. I was like, let me watch that. Let me try to get the speed on it. and try to watch part two soon too. I might go to the movies on a rainy day or something. I just don't like movies very much unless I have no other opportunity to do anything else. So we'll see.
All I can tell you is it's very, very heavy. Well, obviously everyone knows Chadwick passed away.
Mhm.
Very heavy movie. It's very, let's say, kind of dark. But
Yeah.
man, Namor, whew, he is such a badass villain.
Yeah. That's gonna be yeah, I can't wait to see it. I mean, the way they left off part one, obviously, I think little things changed because of what happened, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to see part two now.
I
I'm in
I
the,
heard
I'm in the
you
mood.
I heard you say that you were upset they didn't use M'Baku more. That I was sad to hear that because I really like him.
Yeah, they didn't really use him that much, but
That really sucks.
the scenes he was in were great. Trying to think, there's a couple of parts. Well, there's one part where kind of like tugs at your heart. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I literally choked up twice. There's like two spots in that movie for me that I almost cried. It's what I'm saying. It's a heavy movie,
Yeah.
but definitely worth watching.
Sorry, I'm putting out statuses for the show.
No, I was just getting ready to do that, but if you're doing it already, then more power to you. Thanks.
I actually watched a couple movies this week that did you know they did a prequel to X called Pearl,
Yeah,
the origin story of her? I have not watched it yet, but I want to check that one out. I couldn't believe when I saw it. It was just weird though because the actress that's in X is now playing the old lady. I thought it was kind of odd. Like, I don't know, but whatever. I mean, I liked her.
I think that girl who played in. I'm trying to think here. I don't remember her name. I think she actually played the old lady too. 'Cause she looks like her.
That could be. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that could be. I watched two other movies. One of them was called Triggered. It's about it's a group of people. I don't want to give too much away, but basically they're all friends from high school. They like meet up to go camping or whatever, but they all wake up and they all have like suicide vests strapped to themselves.
What?
Yeah, and
That's like a Saw type movie. Oh, sounds
yeah,
good.
dude, it was fucking pretty good actually. I don't want to
Huh.
give anything else away, but basically there's a twist to it. You know,
What's that called?
it's called Triggered. I'm just gonna tell you that much because if I start telling you more, it's kind of ruin everything. So, but you should definitely check it out. It's good. It's your type of movie.
Yeah.
What'd you see that on?
Oh, what did I watch that on? I want to say that was either on Hulu or Amazon Prime.
Okay.
And then there was another. I think it's called David or something. A guy gets $200 to go keep a troubled girl company at a cottage. It's fucking weird, dude, but it's good. It's another. I know Joe will like it.
And what did you say that one was called again? I missed it. Somebody asked me something.
Caveat, Caveat. Just look it up.
Caveat.
Caveat. Whatever, however you pronounce that.
Yeah. Caveat.
It was a good movie.
So we know. So I'm gonna ask you a question. So T3, like we know a lot about you obviously already because we've been friends a few months here. We've been talking a lot, but what got you started collecting toys in the first place? Like, and when did this all start again for you?
What got me into? Oh man.
I mean, we know some of the backstory from overgrown third graders, mental health, and all that, but I'm assuming you probably started collecting them before that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what triggered you to go down this route again?
And obviously, like for the most of us, it's childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I collected. I guess I don't know. I wouldn't say I collected a lot when I was a kid. I just liked a lot of stuff, and I had some stuff. I didn't have a lot because my parents weren't like rich and didn't have a lot of money. But I was into He-Man, obviously Spider-Man and Marvel at the time in the '80s. Secret Wars, the comic was out, so I had most of those figures. GI Joe.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think what else. Like DC superpowers were big too at the time. And then, fast forward to now, I kind of gave all that up because I was into sports. In the background, it really wasn't because every time I'd go to like Toys R Us when that was around, I would always go to the toy section. I would
Hmm.
always find something Marvel related, Spider Man related, and pick it up. And then here we are. In the last, gosh, I don't even know. Been married 14 years, so probably around that time frame was when I started picking up things left, not left and right, but just kind of here and there. And
Hmm.
then when I got laid off this past April, I started picking up more and more. That's when I started YouTube. And I already had an Instagram account. I just changed the name I had to something different, which ended up being T3 Collects. But now, I mean, look at this wall behind me. But now I have all
Spiral
that
out of
stuff.
control, right?
It kind of got out of control, yeah, a little bit,
Yeah.
and I got into a lot of trouble. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I'm
I
sure
think
when you I'm sure when you met your wife, she was like, "Great, I married this guy, and now he wants to collect toys right off the bat."
I
So,
think every toy collector kind of goes through that phase. Like they start up, they go crazy. They just like
mhm.
you know everything. You can't control yourself, and then you get to a point you're like, all right, now we start
Yeah.
actually like forming the collection. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna focus on this. Like I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel like that's a thing every collector goes through.
That's true. Because even me, like when I started again during COVID, I was all over the place. I was like, man, I'm just liking all this shit, and then I got home and I'm like, I need to narrow this down to what I really, really love and the things that bring back memories for me as a child. So yeah, I think everybody does go through that.
At
What does
least
the name? Where does the T3 come from? What is that? Since your name is Carlos, what's the T3? I
I
always
got to
wanted to
go out
ask you this.
with my name like that, man. Just joking.
What do you?
T3. So it's actually something from my days at Circuit City. One of my
you got three
he
T's.
was my he was my boss. We called him T3, and then I wouldn't say the last 10 years or so. Long story short, he ended up going to prison for a bunch of stuff, and then he got out. We were kind of hanging out every here and there, and I just straight up told him, I was like, "Look, man, I'm taking over your moniker because you can't keep yourself straight. You can't stay out of jail, prison. So I'm taking it over. It just means the man, the myth, the legend. That's all. That's all it means.
Okay.
But I just took it over.
I always meant to
To
ask you that, but I never got to. I don't always forget. I'm old and senile, so that's interesting though. I
Yeah,
always wonder where a lot of people get their names from. But yeah, it's cool.
but hey, I know yours is your name. Collins is his and his son's. So
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
damn
yeah,
straight.
yeah. Mine's pretty generic. Mine's first name, middle name, last name. Not very creative when it comes to that shit, but
Sometimes
oh,
that's
yeah,
the way to go, dude.
simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. That's what
Well,
I
I
always say.
mean,
true.
Yeah. So
so how is it collecting Barbies nowadays? Like, do you find a lot, or
any chases?
yeah, any faces?
Any Barbies with black hair or anything?
They still do
Brown hair.
the holiday specials and everything, or
I'm sure they do. You know what? I wouldn't put it past Mattel to do chases. You know what? In Barbie World, I'm pretty sure they've done chases for a long time. If that's even, you know, something that they thought of back in the day. I don't know. I know nothing about Barbie, but
Now I'm
Pretty
curious.
sure.
Actually, I'm kind of curious now. Like, are there Barbie chases? Like,
I don't know. Are there windowless Barbies? Because I know all the little girls like to go in and see the toys and play with the hair through the box and all that shit. So I don't know.
company dumb enough to do that.
What's
Like,
that?
I said there was only one toy company dumb enough to go.
Yeah, we know what that is. Your arch nemesis. I don't remember though. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. I know back in the day when I was a kid, there were like Chase variants, but they weren't. It was a mistake by buying it. It wasn't like you go out looking for that. Am I correct by saying that? Like, I don't remember there being a sticker or being a purpose to having a chase. I just remember it being like the Macho Man LJN had pink shorts, but then you might get one that's a little more purple. I remember those kind of things, but I don't remember it actually being like, oh, we're putting this out on purpose type of thing.
I think that's how the chase thing really started. Honestly, I think it was
By
just
mistake. Yeah.
a mistake, and then now it's become kind of out of control with every
Mhm.
toy company for the most part doing it.
Like McFarlane, it's easier to find the gold figures than it is the regular ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like McFarlane does their platinum edition where it's just the all gray or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I've never seen one of those, by the way.
Really?
Yep, never seen one. Because the ones I actually wanted like that were the damn, I can't think of it. I'm having a block. What is the game that McFarlane does a line for? The huge. My brother's huge into it. Pictures up.
Dungeons and Dragons? No, that's
Like
not
that.
it.
It's the other
Like
one.
that.
I have two of their figures right here.
I know they do more combat.
I know it's true though. I do find a lot of gold labels because I mean I was like, oh man, I got a gold label, Batman, and I'm like, shit. Well, they're all over the place, so I thought it was something special. I wish WWE would put a gold sticker on them because their chases are too easy to find.
The Warhammer figures, I wanted the platinum of the Warhammer because it's like getting a before you paint the Warhammer figure, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Yeah, but I've never seen them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say most. Let's see. Like I know Funko has been doing them for a long time. McFarlane does Platinum Edition Chase now. The Micro Squad Star Wars has chases.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Best Action has chases for the Ninja Turtle line, which is a Target exclusive only thing.
I have only seen one chase of the Squadrons, and that box was mangled, so I didn't buy it. JB's Toy Trunk found, I think, at least two on his latest video. So maybe they're starting to get out there a little more. I don't know.
I don't even look for them, honestly.
I do. I think there's a couple that I want, but yeah, I don't know. I don't want to go down that hole, that rabbit hole.
How do you find the Hot Wheel treasure hunts now that they took it off the package?
They did.
I thought, yeah, they don't have. Remember, they took the. I mean, that was a while ago that they did it. Did they take the green treasure hunt off of it?
I've found. I'm trying to think. Just recently, within the last month, I found Chase or whatever the freaking treasure hunt they are. Is that what they call treasure hunts? Yeah, it's treasure hunt. They still have it on the package. It's behind the car.
Oh, you gotta look behind the car. Okay.
Okay. I knew there must be something because I always see the Matchbox. I always see them mangled, like people going through them and tossy turvy. So there must be something they're looking for.
Man, Hot Wheel guys are the worst.
Yeah, dude. My cousin's a Hot Wheel collector, so
they used to come in the Toys R Us and during the holidays we have tons of overstock, and they would legit try to pull overstock down and tear into the box. We have to leave them in the back. It was it's just where do you go? It's amazing.
Yeah, and you don't put one box back on the shelf in the toy section, and people are commenting. From what I hear, I haven't had that happen yet, thank goodness. But I try to put shit back, or even if I see it laying around, put it where it belongs if I can. But those Hot Wheels are all over the damn place.
You might have those people commenting on the internet no matter what.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but
some people they have to be a-holes to get through their day.
Yeah, there's a group of old men in this town that are Hot Wheel collectors, along with my cousin, and they're at Walmart every morning and Target when they open. And then usually I see them, when I go toy hunting. If I go around 11 or 2 or 3 o'clock, I usually see them again. And they're always complaining, or they're always asking the employees, "Can you go get the box of Hot Wheels you have in the back?" And they always tell them, "We don't have any more."
I could picture it now. They probably all go to McDonald's, have their coffee and their Egg McMuffin, sit there and bullshit. Then they go over to Walmart and tear the toy section apart. Awesome. That's a good day.
Yeah, we used to meet up at Toys R Us on our truck days. Hot Wheel guys there. I think I've only met one Hot Wheel guy in my experience that was actually a nice guy. The rest of them,
yeah, Hot Wheel guys are by far the worst in collecting, and then it's Funko collectors, and then I would say it's the rest of everyone else.
right? Yeah. So is there anything what do you do besides collecting? You got any other hobbies that you?
What do I do besides collecting? YouTube. I do YouTube.
You have done around collecting.
I don't really do anything else. I do. Actually, I take that back. I collect vinyl. That's not probably the other thing I don't really film when I don't ever show is I go around and look at vinyl records and stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's cool.
We don't have very many of those shops around here, but I'll do that usually if I'm not hunting. But yeah, I don't have any other hobbies besides this. I used to be into sports cards. I kind of got back into it because COVID happened, and my cousin is highly into sports cards, so I got kind of sucked back into it and trying to collect that, and then all this, it just was like way too much.
Yeah.
Sports cards, I remember back in the day they were like cheap, maybe $3 a pack. And now they're like 17, 20, 60.
That's crazy.
Just too much.
I know that. I mean, that's nowadays. Like you can't do like everything. You got to pick one thing. And growing up, me and my brother and stuff, and our friends, we used to snowboard, skateboard, mountain bike, BMX bike. But now, like, dude, if you just want to do one of those, it costs a lot of money. Like, there's no more like doing multiple things. Like,
yeah,
you really gotta you gotta pick the one thing you really like and just do it. Unless you got money like that. But
yeah, I mean, I used to snowboard. I used to play basketball a lot. I used to play a lot of sports, but I don't know. I think getting married didn't change any of that. I got injured on snowboarding, so that was it for me. No more snowboarding. Had a knee surgery like 5 years ago because of that. Like basketball and all the sports stuff, I'll play every once in a while, but I have a torn rotator and a torn labrum, so I really can't use my right arm a lot.
Yeah,
for, shooting or stuff because it just hurts after a while.
Yeah,
that's the pain of getting old, I guess, right?
Shoulder pain's the worst.
Yeah.
Shoulder surgery is the worst, I hear. I mean, I worked in an operating room for years. A lot of people tell me, man, it's like one of the worst to go through. I don't know if it's gotten better over the years or not, but even a neighbor of mine had his shoulder operated on. He was out of work for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy thing to come over.
Your shoulder, you find out how much you actually use it.
Yeah.
I mean, you just turn and no matter what, your shoulder's moving.
Yeah, that's true. No matter what you do, yeah.
Even
Even walking, this is a little bit as walking. Your arms are moving, most people anyway, unless you're Kenny from South Park or something, and just stay straight down.
Bro,
But yeah,
he won a giveaway on Legacy of Nerds channel.
Nice, dude.
That's cool.
I felt bad I missed that. That's
yeah, I
really-
did too.
It was my first giveaway. I'm gonna announce that this week, probably, or next week, this coming week. About that time.
What are you giving away?
I'm not telling you.
His social security number.
It's not my social security number, but it's a social security number.
So you do watch football. You like the Seattle Seahawks. We know that. You do. Another hobby of yours. Do you do like the what do you call it? The fantasy football at all? That's a
do.
big hobby. I mean, that's a lot of time.
People still do that, eh?
I do.
I've never done it.
I just haven't really been playing it like I would. Last year, I was in 10 leagues. That I had created 10 leagues and was in all of them. It just gets burnt. I get burnt out.
Yeah, it's a lot for one league.
Mhm.
I mean, that's a lot to keep track of.
Yeah.
It's just,
I didn't know people still do
I don't.
Yeah,
It's fun, but then I just don't find it fun this year because I remember last year, like a lot of the players I picked or like the other guys had, they all got injured in the first probably like 2 months, and then they're out.
yeah.
So it's just like, I just haven't been into it as much
Hmm.
this year.
Yeah.
I've been just focusing on all this plastic sitting around me. So
That's a good thing. I tried fantasy football one year. I missed a couple of games I missed a couple of Eagles games because I was paying attention to everything else, and I'm like, screw this, I'm not doing this anymore. I just gave up on it. It was just too much. I'm missing the games because I'm paying attention to everything else. So
yeah, you have to pay attention to every game, what's going
Yeah.
on. You have to do all this research. It's just I don't have time for that now. I
mhm.
guess.
I gotta
Yeah,
take over for a second.
I'd rather go to the toy store. Shit,
Yeah, I'd rather go to Target or Walmart or drive somewhere.
I never thought I'd say that, but I'd rather go to Walmart or Target. There were times my wife wanted to go to Walmart years ago, and I'm like, no, I'll stay. I'll sit this one out, But now I'm like, yes, let's go. I'm even asking her like, hey, you need anything from Walmart? And she's like, no. I'm like, shit, you sure? Like, can you think of something? Sugar, anything? I'll go.
I'm the same way. I used to not want to go, but now I'm just like, yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually helped her because she don't have to go as much. I'll just, man, what do you need? Write a list. I'll go.
Yep.
And sometimes I'll come home with nothing on the list and all toys. And she's like, what happened? Shit. Oops.
Yeah, when I go like to Target with my wife, we'll walk in, she'll grab a cart, and we'll start walking down the aisle. She's like, she'll just turn around and be like, go to your section.
Yeah.
I'm like,
My wife doesn't even have a chance to say that. She grabs the cart and I'm going. She knows where I'm at.
yeah. Now my wife knows where I'm at all the time.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Yeah, we had an emergency.
All good?
I think so.
Maybe not. Rogue Demon's mom had shoulder replacement surgery. Dang, how'd that go? Yeah, shoulder surgery is about a year.
Yeah, see, it's like it's hard to get through from what I understand. It's really tough.
Yep.
Yeah.
You all right, buddy?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
All right, good.
I just wanted my screen moved over so I wasn't behind the live.
That was the emergency?
Yeah, thank you.
Shit, we're really worried. We thought you had Taco Bell or something last night and you had to go or something.
Well, my son had Taco Bell last night.
What'd you say?
I said, I think my son had Taco Bell last night.
Oh, there's the emergency.
He was having some issues, but we're all good now.
Nice.
Good.
No, so there was I've heard about Spider-Man news and obviously Deadpool news. I know we talked about Deadpool the other night about this being Ryan Reynolds' last Deadpool movie,
Yep.
Yep.
which I'm fine with. I think that's
It's more than enough.
good. I mean, I don't know.
Which, come to find out, was not true. I guess it got taken out of context because it's obviously went spread like wildfire, and he had to come out and say that wasn't true.
Yeah,
But yeah, three Deadpools. I think we're good for a while.
I would
Yeah.
like to see him pop up somewhere else. 3 solo movies, I think is good.
That's plenty.
Yeah. Now, if you want the cameo and stuff, like, I'm good for that.
I think that'll happen. I think that's what's going to happen after the third movie. He'll just pop in and out.
Yeah, that'll be cool. That's awesome. But I think 3 solo movies, I think that's all we need. Like, you keep, like, they just like to overdo it sometimes. And
Yeah.
I mean, I heard some stuff about Spider-Man, contracts and stuff. I don't really know what happened, but I did hear something about another trilogy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened with that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know anything about it.
So, I mean, there's rumors that Tom Holland has signed a deal. None of that is from my end of everything that I've read through, like Variety, Deadline, Hollywood Reporter. There isn't no deal yet, but they're working on the deal. So the next trilogy will be him in college, I guess, is from my understanding. There's a bunch of rumors and stuff that he's going to pop up in Daredevil, the TV show on Disney Plus.
I don't think that'll happen. They'd have to pay him way too much money.
Yeah, I mean, they'd have to give him a ton of money to pop into that. They're talking about the fourth movie being more ground level because he's a street level hero like Daredevil. That Daredevil will be in the next Spider-Man, and the villain will be Kingpin, which honestly I'd be okay with. I think that would be awesome to have all those guys into a movie. But then again, who knows what they're planning? Obviously, Sony's got their whole Spider verse that they're doing. Obviously, the Morbius wasn't the greatest movie, and then they'll continue on with Madam Web and just a bunch of weird characters. Craven the Hunter, which I think is cool.
Think we'll ever get Spider-Man and Venom in a movie?
I think they will eventually. I just don't think it's going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if anyone hasn't seen No Way Home, here's a spoiler alert. At the end credit scene, Eddie Brock is brought into the MCU, and then he's taken out, and then the part of the symbiote suit is left behind. So, from my understanding and what I keep finding out is he will get the symbiote in Secret Wars.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing too.
Which is cool because that's like kind of like what happened in the comic. So
yeah, hopefully that happens then.
I hope it does because that'd be sick.
I heard a lot of people complaining that nobody got the prizes they wanted in Black Panther.
Yeah, I don't know what everyone was expecting. I think everyone's expecting for the longest time Doctor Doom at the end credit. I think from what I've heard, they cut it last minute, and it may be shown somewhere else. If it's even true, I have no idea. But, I don't really care. Like the whole movie itself, like I said, it's a deep, heavy film. It's all based around loss. So it was.
That's what people are saying. It was basically just a movie for Chadwick.
I'd say the beginning and towards the end, yes, that's where you have it. But for the most part, it's an actual like Black Panther movie. I'm honest, like you do feel the missing presence of him in the movie because it's just different having someone else take the mantle.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed the movie. I would actually want to see it again. Just because Namor, well, I'm telling you, he's a cool villain. He's very strategic. His whole like how they explain him, like his whole background was awesome. Underwater was sick. I mean, everyone keeps saying that Aquaman's like underwater scenes were better, but there wasn't, not to give anything away really, there wasn't a lot of like action under the water, but what you see is rad. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I want to go see it. I was thinking about going today. I don't know.
Yeah, I just watched part one, so we'll see. I definitely want to see part two now.
I usually
interested.
nowadays just wait till they hit a streaming service, but I would really like to go see that one right away, just so I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Well, put aside 3 hours of your life because it's long, but whatever.
They're doing a lot of 2 hour movies anymore. Batman was the same way. It was like,
yeah,
and Terrifier 2 was another 2 hour movie.
Yeah, that was long.
Yeah,
I like long movies though. I don't. As long as they're good.
Yeah, and going back to like the crossover thing, I know Marvel is a little easier to do this because they have that whole umbrella. But how cool would it be? I'm thinking, like, all right, so for example, like Halloween, they just got rid of Michael Myers supposedly forever. How cool would it be now for Art the Clown just to show up like, yeah, you got rid of his ass, now I'm here. Like little crossovers like that. I don't know, man. I think it would be pretty cool to do something like that. Not necessarily that one, but something like that. I mean, I know they're all different directors and companies and all that, but it would be pretty cool to see, all right, you got rid of his ass, but now you got to deal with me, something like that. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I think what really ended was what's her name and Michael Myers. I think that's what came to an end. Michael Myers is, they're gonna, I mean, it sells for them, They're not gonna,
he could go back to his original deal and just want to progress, and something else will happen. Like he didn't want to have Michael Myers in every,
which would have been cool. That would have been a cool thing. The Halloween movie, that makes sense. A movie called Halloween, and every movie is a different story.
Yeah, maybe here's his chance if he's still interested to do that. Here's his chance now that Michael Myers is supposedly gone. Maybe they could do something like that.
That's right there. It shows exactly how Hollywood operates. That was the whole plan, was to have these different movies, but because they found one that sold and made money, so they quit that.
Yeah.
And that's all Hollywood does nowadays. If they have something that they know is a for sure moneymaker, boom, going with it.
Yeah, but see, they made money in the first two, and then they went with the whole Season of the Witch thing on part 3. Excuse me. And I wonder why. Like, I think I might have read it years ago, but I don't know why they did that and then went back to Michael Myers. I think they realized this shit didn't work for a lot of people. It did for a little group. And then say, we better get Michael Myers back into the mix, because I'm just confused on that whole scenario, how that went down and why they went back and all that. But
they did do, because you're talking about having another character or whatever and taking over, like they did Freddy versus Jason, which was okay, but I feel like they should do more of those. They should do like another versus movie.
Surprised they
I don't know.
Honestly.
Yeah. For me, like, I wouldn't even be opposed to them. Like, maybe just, how they remake everything, just remake Friday the 13th 1 with more advanced, the way things are nowadays. They could do a lot more with it. I don't know. I would be pretty interesting to see, I think. I'd watch it. Just don't go overboard. Just do it, just make it modern, if that makes sense.
Made the remakes of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, up until a certain point. Yeah, not the last one. That one was a shit show.
You know what I'm talking about? The two.
Yeah.
First one in the beginning. Those were fucking awesome.
Yeah,
those are the two like reboots of a horror franchise that are probably the best.
Yeah, I mean,
the Friday the 13th one was terrible. The Nightmare on Elm Street one wasn't very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't. Those first two remakes of Texas Chainsaw Massacre though were just phenomenal. Ones with Jessica Biel.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
And
they
then
were
they go
actually,
then they go crazy overboard, like we're talking about Deadpool not doing, and then they get just worse and worse just for the sake of making a little bit of money. I mean, I guess it's a lot of money, but whatever. Just
yeah,
not into that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
that's all it's about is money. You don't fucking care. If it doesn't make money, it's gone.
But talking about like Terrifier 2, though, not to change the subject or take anything away from T3 here for 1 second, they do make an Art the Clown 6 scale figure. And it's like $130, but I'm gonna wait and see if they have it at the con tomorrow. But it's pretty nice looking. It's bloody. It's pretty cool looking. It's made by Trick or Treat Toys, I think it is. And
Yeah,
it looks pretty. It looks pretty sick. I might look for it there. If they don't have it there, then I may just order it online. But it looks pretty cool. At least to hold me over until Hot Toys figures this out and gets one. See what happens.
I think NECA will make one first before Hot Toys does.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, true.
NECA's definitely gonna make one.
Especially now with 3 and 4 going to possibly coming out, in the future.
I just hope, yeah, I don't want like a bigger studio to touch that movie because that's what makes that movie so good is that it's
Yeah,
low
low budget. Yeah.
budget
And keep that mythical shit out of it where at the end I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but that one little part that I told you about,
yeah, I know.
leave that, don't do that again, please, because you almost ruined it for me. On that part I almost turned it off. I was like, they should have ended it 15 minutes ago.
Man, that scene though where he's on the bed with her, dude, that's like that's got to be the best kill scene in any
Yeah.
movie ever.
I've never seen anybody ripped apart like that before.
They're playing with her, dude. Like that was just
Yeah,
oh, man, if that's not fucking psychotic, dude, I don't know what is.
yeah.
And then the mom walks in. Fuck, dude.
I think they need to do, like, on the next one, maybe like a flashback to see why he is the way he is.
I don't
Because
know.
all we know is he's a fucking clown that kills everybody and tears them apart limb from limb. Why? Like, what happened to make you feel like what triggered you? That's what I want to know. They never said anything like that. I want to see. I think that'd be a big part of the story.
The
Like,
guy
why
who
did he do this?
the guy who wrote that, they should fucking have somebody watch it. That's what they should be doing. To even think like that, dude, just goddamn.
Yeah, but I'm glad he did it. That's for sure. Because it brought back some nice horror for me.
Hopefully, it'll encourage some new horror movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. All the horror movies have been pretty stagnant. They've all been not so great. Like, what did I just watch? Barbarian. Like that movie was good.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
it's on
good.
my
I
list.
enjoyed that.
I didn't know what to expect from it, but
I didn't even know what it was about. I just started watching it, and then when she found that door in the basement, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, "Oh shit!"
There's nothing better. Say no more. There's nothing better than a door in the basement that you find. Shit's going down at that point.
Yeah,
Say
and
no.
it pretty much from then on from that movie, it just nuts.
And then even my
like,
oh shit was like I was expecting something else, like. So I got the oh shit from the door, and then the next part I was like, oh shit! Like,
Now, what streaming service is this on? Because I can't get every streaming
HBO Max.
service. HBO Max. Yeah.
HBO Max.
There's so many of them, man. It's like you got to be rich to have them all. It's like you're paying more than cable at this point, on top of cable.
That's why I don't pay for cable.
No,
Yeah, my dad can't be without cable, so I have to have it. But
they're starting to ruin the streaming services now, though, too, because it was awesome at first, but now that everybody wants their own streaming service, they want I'm saying, like, pretty soon you're going to be paying fucking $200 a month in all different streaming services because you got to have a different app for every single company and movie.
And they were going to get rid of the sharing shit because they're like, we're losing money. Like, if you're sharing with this guy and this guy and this guy, well, these guys aren't getting this service. So, you knew that was ending. So that's all coming to an end. And some of them already have.
And say I heard Netflix is already starting that.
Yeah, they started it. Everybody also follow. Watch. It's going to happen.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think I know the reasoning behind it is because they want to, obviously have everybody that's sharing. They want those people to be subscribers, and they want to make more money. But this is just, to me, it's just going to turn people off, and they're just not going to want it in general.
Yeah.
After that, so we'll see.
Yeah, I think if Netflix keeps doing the price changes and taking away all that, they're going to find themselves losing a lot of subscriptions.
I think
That's
they
for
all
sure.
because even Hulu went up in price. Like,
Mhm.
fucking Hulu to buy the regular one, it's like whatever it is. But then if you want the live TV, it's like $75 or something like that. I'm like,
Yeah,
why would
and
you
there's
next
cable, you know.
$60 for live TV?
Yeah.
I don't even watch TV. I just wait for everything to go on Hulu like
Yeah.
24 hours later.
Yeah, like Legacy saying in the chat, he's YouTube TV. I heard they have a lot of local channels.
Yeah.
And it's not as expensive. I may be wrong, but multiple people have told me about that. But it's hard to convince my dad that, you can watch all this shit without using that remote. So we're gonna have to, but it just doesn't work out here. So
Yeah. YouTube TV is expensive too. I think it's like $70 a month.
Yeah,
They have a lot of stuff
like
on it. Yeah,
it's damn near the same as
like Hulu
Live.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm trying to say something about that. I don't remember now.
I mean, I like the Hulu Live, but I don't ever really watch local TV and those stations, so it doesn't pay for me to have it.
Yeah.
Especially not what it costs extra for just the live TV channels.
Yeah.
I used to have DirecTV for a long, long time, and then it got to a point where, we're like lowering our package and we're at the base package, and I'm like, why are we still paying $160 for something that we don't have what we had? It's not worth the money, and we're not really watching TV as much. Like, recorded everything, and then we'd go back and watch it later.
That's why we got rid of it, because I'd have to buy the package that you get HBO and stuff with, but then I'm only watching HBO and Showtime and stuff. So I'm like, why the hell am I? As soon as I was able to buy HBO by itself, it was gone.
Yeah.
I mean, that $15 a month for HBO Max is what you pay on DirecTV to have HBO. So it's like, same thing. It's like, what's the point anymore?
Like Netflix, I can't even find anything that I like. I mean, I don't know if I've just watched a lot of the stuff already or whatever, but there's nothing on there that really hits me.
With Netflix, I'll put it up. I'll order it for like a couple months, watch everything, and then I'll shut it down, and then I'll go back to it 6 months later. It doesn't change and like frequent enough to keep it all the time. That's like Disney though too. Disney Plus, there's not, once you watch everything, you're up to date. Like,
I got a long way to go on that.
For a while, I had it and I didn't use it for like damn near 6 months.
Yeah. So that's probably the one streaming service I watch probably the most is Disney Plus.
Yeah, I do too. That and at Netflix, there's a lot of good movies, but a lot of them either have subtitles, which I don't like. I don't want to read while I'm watching TV, and a lot of them have like voiceovers where the lips aren't moving with the words, and because they're from other countries, because Netflix buys all those movies.
Yeah, dubbed is horrible.
It drives me crazy to watch those kind of movies.
Turn that off though. You can turn the dub shit off to where you just run subtitles.
I don't want that.
I hate dubbed. Dubbed is the worst, dude. Like,
I'd rather dub than read, but
I have no problem with subtitles, but when it's fucking dubbed over, fuck that, dude. I don't even know if I can watch shit like that.
That's why I wasn't sure I was gonna like Squid Game, but I ended up like getting sucked into that whole TV show.
Yeah, now that was one I love that. I can't wait till the next season comes out.
Yep. Oh, I know.
I love that.
That was a sleeper.
I'm hoping after they do the second season, I hope they just end it, because if they
Yeah.
don't, it's going to turn out to be terrible.
I just don't know how they're going to even do the second season. I don't know.
I think he's going to try to take them down is what's going to happen.
Either that or is he taking over? Like, as boss. I don't know. It was good though.
When the guy who wrote it originally, he just made it to be a one-off thing. That was it, and then it got so popular. I'm sure Netflix was like, "Here, we're going to give you all this money, make a second season."
Yeah,
It probably should be a one-off thing. But it was so unique too, because it's another one of those things where all right, everybody to the yard, and then people are dropping like flies. I thought that was fucking awesome. But yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I like
I'm sure we'll see.
I like the idiots. They see what's happening, so then they're like trying to run out. Like, dude, you're not going nowhere.
Yeah. Too late. You already agreed. Now you're.
You just got yourself killed now.
Did you guys ever watch a movie called Would You Rather?
Yeah.
That's a good movie. I thought that was really good.
Never seen it. I think I've heard of it.
It was another one of those. You have a choice. You could either do this to this person or do this to yourself.
Yeah.
I think I have seen that. Yeah.
And they're all sitting at dinner while they're doing this, and the guy invites them and tells them he can win all this money if you are the winner. I thought it was pretty unique. I enjoyed it.
They could have
a couple
easily.
Years old.
I guess I don't want to give any spoilers away, but that the part where they finally tried to fight back, if they would have just continued to whoop their ass, they would have fucking been fine. But they kick them up and they run. Like, dude, you're an idiot. You guys fall on the ground. Like,
that's like all these movies. Like when you get the killer down, like even with Art the Clown, you get him down, and you think you kill him. You got to make sure. Come on.
Cut his fucking head off, dude.
Yeah, because as soon as you run around that corner, his ass is going to be standing there again.
Right.
It happens every time. I mean, I know it's a movie and all, but
come on. It's a horror movie to watch because
that's just a horror movies in general. They're all that way.
Like a commercial, they run into the shed with the fucking chainsaws all hanging there. I mean, it's exactly like that, No, not the running car.
Yeah, the car never starts, no matter what. Or the key's not there, or you're like panicking to find the key.
Well,
it's always that car. That car worked perfect all these years, and the one night that you really need it, it's not going to work. So,
I just watched another one too called Animal Farm or something. I thought that was good. That had a nice twist in it. That's the problem with these streaming services. Is always I watch so many movies, and half the time I forget what they're even called. Or they just come on, and I don't even know what they're called. You just watch them, and then that's it. Goes to the next one.
Yeah, shortly after Squid Games went off, I think there's another. I can't remember the name of the show, but it was also a Korean based show, I believe, and it was a group of kids, or a teenager, 18, 19, whatever, and they were in a room, and they had to pick a door or something like that. And I forget what this movie's called, but you had 4 doors, and you had to pick which one to go through, and if you pick the wrong one, you get killed. I forget what it was called though, but I have to look it back up. It's on Netflix, I believe. But I don't know. I just kind of lost interest in it. But it seemed like a good idea, but it just dragged on and kind of was weird, so I stopped watching it.
So are you saying?
Don't worry. I'm sure someone in Hollywood has already optioned the right to make it an American version.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure we'll see that. I guarantee you there's going to be an Americanized version of Squid Games coming.
Mm-hmm. Well, when I first turned Squid Games on, I saw them playing this hopscotch type game. I'm like, I'm not going to like this. I'm glad I left it on. I loved it.
I saw that movie. I saw that show on Netflix for so long, and then all of a sudden I started hearing. That's all I was hearing about on the news in the morning and the radio, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So then I actually watched it one day. I was like, oh shit, this is good.
Same here. Yeah, that's where I kept hearing about it. I'm like, I got to watch this shit, because if it's this good, I'm watching it.
Right. I mean, they got just running around talking about it, because it's like, it's crazy. It was all over everything for a while. Elias knew all about it, and he's never even seen it. He obviously wouldn't watch it, but you know what I'm saying? They make toys and shit now. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honestly, when that show came out, Funko was right on it, dude. They literally were like, okay, we're making Funko Pops, and then they were out within a very short amount of time. I was like shocked.
Yeah, they usually are.
I think the
It
loyal
doesn't take much
subjects-
for them to, it doesn't take much for them to produce a Funko Pop. That's why,
No, not at all. But it was just weird because most of everything else, it takes them a while for them to come out with something.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of it's movie related or TV movie related, so they can't spoil movies with their Funko Pops.
right.
So I don't know. Squid Game.
Yeah, another movie I liked on Netflix, Army of Thieves, was pretty good. Where they cracked the
Yeah.
the vaults and all that. That was pretty good.
The zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Zack
And
Snyder.
then the movie, I guess the prequel to that was the one with Batista in it. I forget what that's called, but it was a two-parter, I think. Yeah,
How
that was
do you
pretty good.
How do you guys feel about that Dungeons and Dragons movie that's coming out? Do you think? I'm kind of disappointed. It's like,
I didn't know that was even coming out.
yeah, but it's like a family movie. It looks like, it looks like a cheesy comedy family movie type deal.
Yeah.
Like, I was actually really disappointed when I saw like the direction they went with it. I was just like, come on, really? I mean, it might be.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it might be good, but
Yeah, I mean, there's only been one trailer,
Yeah.
so
I just the feel of it, like it's not how I
Yeah.
envisioned the Dungeons and Dragons movie, to be honest.
Yeah,
Well,
the
hoping
new
it's-
John Wick.
good one that came out like in the early 2000s. So we'll see.
Yeah.
The new John Wick trailer looks pretty good. Have you guys seen that?
Seen it 4 times already.
Did you? Yeah, it looks like it's going to be good. As
Yeah.
usual.
I love me some John Wick, dude. Those are
I can't wait to see
Yeah.
that.
those are amazing. I have them with one of the one of his medallion things. Actually, I have one of them.
Mhm.
I think I have the one from the third movie.
I'd say yesterday when I was toy hunting, I came across a Hot Wheel for the Matrix. The Matrix
Yeah,
car.
I was gonna buy that and I passed on it. I was like,
I know.
I
I
don't know.
passed on it too, and I should have.
They're just they're getting those fucking Hot Wheels are getting expensive now. Those used to be $3-4 cars, and now they're like,
7.
yeah, dude. The fucking Batman ones are $10.
Are they?
Yeah, like those used to be 3 something. They used to be just under $4.
Well, it's just like those Star Wars ones that I started buying. I didn't know they were $13.99. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah,
So I kind of stopped buying them, but I just buy the chases now.
yeah.
See, there's another thing, chases.
I just bought this Rat Pink one.
I've seen that, dude. I like that car.
Yeah, I had to pick that up.
Even the normal Hot Wheels they were 97 cents for the longest time. Now look at them.
Yeah, what are they?
I
Now
mean,
they're $1.08.
They're $1.08 or something like that, and it doesn't sound terrible, but still, I mean, under $1. That was one of the only things that you could get under $1 anymore, and now they took that away.
Yep.
Well, I remember when they used to be 59 cents.
Yeah,
And that was, God,
yeah,
how long ago?
yeah.
And the highest, but now, besides now, I remember when they started increasing them like 10 cents every couple of years. $1.08. Next thing you know, there'll be $1.50, and then it'll be.
I mean,
$2.
to be honest with you, I'm surprised they are only $1.08 though. Still,
Yeah, true.
if I were to, if I thought about it, I would think they'd already be over $2 a piece.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Yeah, I
it's
think-
still a little metal car for the most part. Like
Yeah, they've been doing it for decades. Why change the price? I mean, obviously they're just going to use the excuse of inflation.
Yeah.
But when they
Right.
start getting a normal 99-cent Hot Wheel, when that gets to $2, you're going to start seeing those things just sit.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
And then what?
Then all the Hot Wheels guys won't be such a pain anymore.
I mean, to be honest, I used to always see people going through Hot Wheels, and I don't really see that often anymore.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
I don't see anybody looking at Hot Wheels when I go. Maybe a kid or two looking at Hot Wheels, but
Yeah, like
I don't really see
I
anybody looking at
rarely
Hot Wheels.
see people in the Hot Wheels aisle now, but
Yeah.
there used to always be.
Yeah, I never see anybody there either.
Yeah, they're
Usually it's Lego or figures.
here. Like you can't find Hot Wheels at Walmart. Like once they stock them, they're like pretty much picked through right away. Target's the same way, but Target, I noticed here, they're starting to stock them more often. But the Hot Wheels section in general, like it's usually pretty bare. Well, it's been bare for a while, but now it's just packed full
Yeah.
of stuff because everything just went sky high and nobody wants to buy any of it.
Right.
I mean, we already complained about all these action figures. I mean, I can only imagine the diecast people are like probably freaking out too.
Yeah. They probably feel left out that they can't do that.
No,
I guess
like
they could.
I watch like some of these other channels and stuff, and I hear people talking about, like price of action figures went up because plastic went up and all that. But it's like at the same time, McFarlane's figures, they haven't gone up. Mattel's figures, they really haven't gone up. So like I can't blame it on the price of plastic. I'm blaming it on the company.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know about your stores, but at our Target and Walmart, all the McFarlane figures are $25 now. All the common figures are $25.
Yeah,
So they've all jumped $5.
I haven't really taken notice, but they were $19.99. I thought last time I was there, but I have to check when I go today.
Yeah, they're all the same price as Marvel Legends now,
yeah.
which I knew that was going to happen eventually.
I see a lot of people getting a lot of good clearances at Target and Walmart. We never have really good clearances here
No.
at all.
For one, the stuff that I want doesn't go on clearance, and two,
Yeah.
if it is something that I want, it goes on clearance. It's usually not there by clearance time. So
Yeah.
if I'm buying something on clearance, it's which I really don't do anymore. It's because I'm just buying it because it's on clearance, and I've been stopping that. So
yeah, clearance and Target, I feel like if you don't buy it the first or second time, you're probably not going to see it again.
Yeah.
And that seems to be the going thing around here. What did I just see there? I had a bunch of Masterverse figures,
Mhm.
and I picked up, I think, one or two. And there was one more that I wanted, and then I went back to go get that, a couple weeks later. Gone. There was nothing left, and I'm like, damn, they must have went down more.
the only thing that I've been trying to pick up on clearance is all the Jurassic Park Hammond stuff, and I've been getting them pretty good, like. But even that, I'm like been thinking like, damn, now I'm getting to a point where like I don't want to miss out on one, so I don't want to take the risk of missing out on it on clearance. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, what do you think? Time to wind this down, I guess, huh? What is that?
That's my wife's car.
Yeah.
She's going.
All right. Oh, she is?
Huh?
You going street racing now?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
She's leaving. My sister-in-law, her sister's getting married next year, so they're going dress shopping in Sacramento, which is like.
Oh, you're not gonna go with?
No,
So,
while she's away, he will go play with the toy.
That's what I'm saying, man. You
Sneak
guys
it.
are here so we can hang out because I'm stuck with my kids now.
Yeah, you can sneak all kinds of toys in now without her being there. Nice.
I know. I can't wait.
Yeah.
He's already.
You know what I'm doing?
He's already got the keys in his hand. He's ready to leave.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my dogs for a bath, and then when they get done, I'm going out toy hunting today, and maybe get some lunch, drink a little craft beer. I don't know. We'll see.
My Target was stacked with NECA stuff. I was excited yesterday.
I watched your video last night, and I was like, damn, that is stacked.
Yeah, I was excited, dude.
That Gremlins pack, is that all accessories? It's not a figure, is it?
Yeah, that's all accessories.
That's pretty dope.
It comes with the egg and everything, dude.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Anything you wanna promote before you get off of here? T3?
Yeah, I want to promote a couple things. Shameless plugging.
Yeah,
I want
man.
to promote
We'll send you the
James
bill.
or Collects on Instagram and TikTok
Oh,
now.
thank you.
And then EC Collecting on Twitter. That's not going to collect. No. Just T3 Collects on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Mastodon, Vero, all those. You can follow in all those social
Christian
media
Mingle.
Yeah, I won't go through all the ones I said the other day. This is a morning show. That was
Yeah.
after 9 o'clock at night, so I'll keep those to myself.
Yeah, you can follow JMC_collects on Tinder and Grindr.
All right, now I'm gonna say it. You're on Titter, Pusser, Answer. You're Twatter. You're on all of them. I heard.
God.
So yeah, we're good.
That's
So,
funny.
yeah.
But no, just my normal stuff. Obviously, the podcast of a Girl and Third Graders podcast. Probably won't be one next Thursday. This coming Thursday. Probably one towards the end of the month. Trying to do not as many because it's becoming closer to the end of the year, and then starting off in January, we'll go back to 4 a month, and then
Okay.
working on a couple things with BC. Like I said before, some huge projects that we're still waiting word on for next year. But that's it. Thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it.
Cool, man.
Oh, did you
Yeah.
see that? You can now go live with 2 channels on YouTube.
That's what I heard. I want to try that.
Yeah, I want to try it too because I want. So is it gonna now? We'll link it both to both of our channels now. So like if me and you go live, will it play on both of our channels?
Yeah, and I guess you can link it to Instagram and stuff too somehow.
That might come in handy with that idea I had that we can't talk about yet. That we were talking about, all three of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it popped
Yeah.
up in my list of my
Yeah.
create list this morning. I was like, oh, I never saw that before.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I just did my handle the other day because I know you can do your
Yeah,
handles now.
Did that? Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's good. I'm glad I can do that.
Thanks for joining us, Rogue Demon, as usual.
Yeah, we're
Um,
demon.
Yeah,
So
Rick,
for me, we got a couple plugs on the channel too. So this coming Monday, the 14th at 5:30 Eastern, we're gonna have the Mad Collector on. So he's gonna be our guest then. Check that out. I should be dropping a video on YouTube from a toy hunt, maybe 2. I may split them. One of them is going to be from MonsterCon. One may be from Second Chance Toys and a couple other stores. So you might get 2 this week. And check out EC Collecting on YouTube and all the slew of other things he has, Instagram. And check out JMC_collects on YouTube and Instagram. And now I got one video on TikTok. It's pretty cool. It's my dogs. I love them to death. So yeah, check it all out. Don't forget Monday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern with Ron. He is the Mad Collector, Century Mad Collector.
Yep.
How about you, EC? Anything?
New shirt. I got a new shirt.
Oh, nice.
Testing out merch.
Nice.
No, you guys covered me. You guys covered all my stuff. I'm on Twitter, Instagram,
Twatter.
Facebook, EC Collecting across the board.
Right.
Yeah, and make sure you're back here on Monday because we got another special guest.
Yep.
And then next week we'll be back to Sunday mornings.
That's right, 9 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, and so T3, thanks for joining us. Thanks for all you do. Thanks for helping me along the way, and thanks for that mental health podcast that you do. You've been great to me, so I appreciate it. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, thank you guys for having me on as your guest. It's definitely a little weirder being on the other end of this. But, yeah, it was fun. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. And we'll talk soon, I'm sure. Well, I'm sure we'll talk today. We usually talk.
Yep. Yeah, I'll be sending you some pictures on what I'm finding during the day. Both of you probably, if I can break away from the hunt. We'll see.
When you said you're going to send me pictures, I was a little worried for a second.
We'll keep those. We'll keep to ourselves. But
Okay.
I know you get excited. So.
All right, thank you everybody for
All right, people.
we'll see you guys next time.
See you next time. Enjoy the hunt. Peace.